Hi, welcome to my video. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the different types of pencil and how to achieve shading using different techniques. A lot of clients ask me all the time, they're having difficulty with blending, they're having difficulty in achieving tonal ranges, and there's questions about the different types of pencil to achieve that. So this video is designed to very briefly introduce you to the different types of pencil that you can buy in the shops and how to use them. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so introducing you to the different types of pencils. I've got a very old set of mine here that I've had for a long time, and it's a sort of typical set you can buy in the shops. It has a range of different types of pencil, and this one starts at 6B on the left there, HB in the middle, and then goes up to a 4H at this end. To explain that, the HB, this is what you normally get in the shops, in your pencil case when you're in school. It's neither hard nor black. It's in the middle, HB. Therefore, it's a good all-rounder. It will do all sorts of things because it's got a little bit of black in it and a little bit hard. Okay, but obviously you can have different extremes. You can get a fine, 2H, 4H, 3H, and so on. So the 3H, the higher the number, the more hard it's going to be. And these are great because the tips are finer, they are more harder, and they're good for things like perspective drawing where you need a really fine line. So they're often, the H range is normally sold for sort of graphic design, perspective drawing and so on. Very good for that sort of technical drawing where you need a fine, hard line that's not going to smudge. But on contrary to that, if you're an artist, you want to have the smudging effect most definitely in your drawing. So here I've got a 6B. So again, high number means there's a lot of it, and in this case it's going to be black. And it means that the lead is going to be a lot blacker and a lot softer, so you can shade with it. Okay, so let's just start off with just seeing the difference. So let's start with that 6B, and let me do a bit of shading and show you the kind of tonal range you're going to get with that 6B. Okay, so that's the 6B. Let's go for a 2B and see if there's much difference. Already, can you see the difference between there and here? This one, I'm having to fight and press on a lot more to get the black, and it's not as black. Let me show you if I press on. Look at the difference. Much blacker and darker, much softer. So that's the difference between a 6B and a 2B, okay? And it's quite nice to have a range of different types of pencil for sketching for this reason. Sometimes you want it to be softer when you're doing highlights and softer shading, and other times when you're doing the darker values, you would like a darker pencil. All right, so that's the sort of, hopefully that's explained it. So you've got your blacks and you've got your hards, and then HB in the middle. Next thing I get often asked is, I've got to sort of shade using the pencil, and I'm holding it like this, as we're taught to hold a biro, and I'm getting all these sort of lines in it, and it's looking really unattractive and not blended. Well, that's because you're holding it like a biro. When you hold a pencil like that, if you think about it, the tip is small surface area in contact with the page. Okay, so that's much better for things like outlines. So every time you're going to sketch and outline something, or you want a linear drawing and you're going to draw in line, then you hold it like that. So your fingers are near to the lead, this end of the pencil, and you're holding it near enough 45 degrees to the page. That's great for line drawing and for outlines. However, if you move your hands to the other end of the pencil, you're now going to have a different contact to the page. So if you look at that lead, from the tip there to where it goes in, disappears into the wood, it's near enough 3/4 centimetre there, and all of that can be in contact with the page. So look at the difference now. And because I'm further away, as in my hand is physically further away from the lead, I'm able to kind of use my whole wrist, and look how easy that is to achieve a really light shading. That effect would not be possible doing it like this. It's just really hard to achieve that. So you're getting a different effect. There's another way you can hold your pencil, which is using it on the flat, and then you can use your finger to sort of push down. So this gives you completely different effects. Look at this. How cool is that? And what's nice about that is you're getting a dark edge where your index finger is pushing down. So this part here is in contact with the page, you're pushing it down. So you're getting a dark edge on the left, okay, which I've now emphasised even more, and getting that wonderful flat area. So that really is showing how I'm using the whole of the pencil lead there in contact with the page. Look how lovely that effect is. Very, very different. So you can see from this short video that how you hold your pencil really makes a difference. You can do line, you can do really light whole wrist shading, and you can work on the flat and push down with your index finger and get some really interesting effects. So what I'd suggest you do now as a little exercise to get yourself into this is to draw a few boxes and experiment with the different effects, okay? So you could do linear work and just have play with different pressures, okay? Pushing down more. You could have a go at doing that, holding it at the other end and really, really, really soft shading. And notice, by the way, when I'm doing it, I'm using a sort of more rounded, I'm doing that rather than that. That is better because you can change direction and it's more flowing, okay? So have a go at doing that. Have a go at pushing down and achieving different effects. So you can kind of fill a whole page with lots of different techniques. And then the reason why I've suggested the boxes is because you can then write underneath what they are. So you've got a line drawing, you've got soft shading, and you can describe them underneath. And then you've got like a little index to use for your shading for the future. So I hope you found that useful. Different types of pencil, different way of holding it, and using wrists as well as index fingers and all sorts. You can really experiment. So have fun experimenting with different types of pencils and the way you can use them. And good luck.